Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Clay County Historical and Arts Council's Artist Spotlight Series. I'm Tess Thomas, CCHAC's media representative, and your guide through these inspiring stories. Each episode, we shine a light on the arts in Clay County, sharing their stories, passions, and the impact they bring to our cultural landscape. Today, I'm excited to tell you that we are at a local artist's home called Starry Farm, and her name is Qinghong Wei. Qinghong, thank you so much for having us today.
Thank you for having me. It's such a pleasure to have you on my farm.
I love it. There's so many flowers here. Maybe we can get some photos before we leave, and she's going to also do us a little demonstration. She is a watercolor artist. Let's just start in with can you introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about your background?
Yes, I actually moved to Clay County 5 years ago, and I am a watercolor artist and also a teacher, and I'm also a regenerative farmer.
Is that the same as organic?
Not really. Organic is when you don't use all the toxic stuff, but the regenerative having more of an emphasis on regenerating the soil, the environment as you do it. So the purpose not just for human consumption, but truly to give back to Mother Earth and restore the health of Mother Earth.
Oh, I love that.
That's how I feel it.
Oh, I love that. And so, what brought you here to Clay County?
Well, actually, probably a few years before I moved here, I was traveling the country doing a lot of community-based art projects. And one program we had was actually in Clay County, Kentucky.
Oh,
Yeah, so and it was just so amazing working with people in that region, and that just I realized something just draws me to Appalachia. So even though I know there aren't a big like Asian American population, but I just felt drawn to here. So yeah, we found a farm here, and we're here.
I feel that. There's something about being in the Appalachian Mountains that just, I don't know that I'll ever leave. I just love it.
Yeah.
It's very peaceful. I feel very drawn to the earth, and I've done a lot of growing in the 6 years I've been here.
Oh wow, yeah, me too. It's very special.
So, you described yourself as a watercolor artist and a teacher. Um, when did you first realize that art was something you wanted to pursue?
It was actually quite late in life because when I was a little girl, I was naturally good at drawing and art and stuff. But I had this notion that you can make a living as an artist.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, so I never thought I would become an artist. But I did like art so much. So for my college, I decided to study architecture because that's a combination of art and design and engineering and make a good living. However,
That's impressive.
thank you. However, it didn't really work out for me because there just isn't a lot of art in that. In
A lot of straight lines.
architecture.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of deadlines, construction drawings, and all that. It
Yeah.
was just not for me.
Not really creative.
It was pretty tough
Yeah.
job. Yeah. So anyhow, and I felt at that time that I liked to understand more of this, this bigger context rather than just a building. So I want to learn about how the environment, the culture, all feed into our community. So I actually, for my graduate school, I decided to pursue community planning with a concentration in environmental planning. And that brought me to a job as an urban planner back in Florida.
An urban planner?
Yes,
What does that mean?
that means, well, for me, I worked for the city government and I helped the community to design and develop a plan for their city, for their community in terms of land use or transportation or economic development. So what do we want to see happening in our community? So I'm part of that work.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a lot. Sounds like it's detailed.
It is both very detail oriented because you have to go through zoning code regulations and land use laws. and doing project review. But on the other hand, it's very comprehensive. It's a big visioning. So, well, to just get to where I am now as an artist, that's quite a big segue. But after a few years in urban planning, I realized that I wanted to pursue more study. So I went to PhD. And at PhD, at my doctoral study, that's where art come into play. And because having a PhD degree is going to be so hard, and I realized I had to do something I'm really passionate about. Otherwise, I'm just going to quit halfway or not even make it halfway. So that's why I decided, what am I really passionate about? And I realized that I'm really passionate about art and the community. So I decided to study how art affects or impacts community. And that became my research. And I did field work in several rural and small communities, actually, in Florida and Georgia. And did my research, and then I was just really shocked by how my research is saying art be can have such a profound impact for the individual and for the community. And I was like, oh, that's what I really want to do with my life. I want to do art like that. So
Yeah, much better and better fit for you.
I feel so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
more satisfying,
Mm-hmm.
and you feel like you're giving to the community.
Yeah.
And so you got to design the what, like art in the community. Explain art in the community to me.
Okay, yes. So for my research, actually, part of it, I studied this very special program. It's about storytelling and theater. So it's a way to help people tell their true story and create a professional, very artistic, just really high caliber play, theatrical play, and performed by the real people of the community. And that is such an incredible program, a way to bring people together and to see each other in their authentic truth, which is very important for the health of an individual and the community. So that was the work I started to do after my graduation with my PhD. So I was traveling the country doing that work, including the Clay County, Kentucky that we're talking about.
Nice.
Yeah.
How did you get from Clay County, Kentucky to Clay County, North Carolina?
That's right. So basically, that was during pandemic, and because the work I did, we really need people to come together and do it. But when pandemic hit, we just couldn't do that anymore, and it was also a time that I felt that was a lot of community work takes a lot of my energy in a way. I feel like I need to replenish my own well.
Of course.
So I want to come back to myself, and that's when watercolor started to emerge in my life, because I don't have to go to a 100 people auditorium to teach watercolor.
Right.
So I can just be at my home and do my little thing and have fun. And so during pandemic, both my husband and I, we realized that this is an opportunity for us to really choose how we really want to live our life. And I think that happened to a lot of people during that time.
Absolutely.
We had to really wake
Absolutely.
up and think. So we both decided we wanted to live on a farm. So for him, he's just a free soul and loves outdoors and loves work with his hands. So he wanted that. And for me, I was a few years into all this art, and I feel like the next teacher for me must be Mother Nature. And I want to learn the art of creation with Mother Nature directly. And somehow, for me, that means I need to have a farm. So I started to look for a farm in the North Carolina area, because we've traveled here like many of us and we love it. So I started to look for farm, and eventually found this property in Hayesville, and we came here.
And it's just such a beautiful drive coming out Tusquity. I mean,
Yeah.
that one open area where you can see mountain range all
Yeah.
around you is amazing.
It's incredible.
It's a beautiful area.
Absolutely.
So let's talk about your style a little bit, your creative voice. How did you develop that through? Is watercolor all of the painting that you do, or do you do acrylics or any other medium?
I tried other things. I love oil, but watercolor has something that nothing else offers because for me, watercolor is live. It has a mind of its own.
The way it flows after you paint it and kind of expands.
Yes.
Oh
So,
yeah.
yes. So yeah, you've done watercolor, have you?
I've seen it and I've played around a little bit. I've just recently started trying to paint, and I was using acrylics and sketching, and I have a long way to go.
Oh, that's
But
great.
mine was all most woodwork, wood crafts, like
Oh,
walking
wonderful.
sticks, medicine sticks, that kind of thing.
Oh, that's very cool. Yeah.
But the watercolor,
So yeah, so for me, it's a living medium.
yeah,
It's something that you can control, yes, but if you don't control, you're going to create miracles. So if you control, you create masterwork. But if you don't control, it's the true life coming through and spirit grace, all that.
I love that. Don't try to control it,
Yeah, which is the hardest part
right?
for watercolor.
So it's more of, instead of an intense line, you're just doing a sweeping line or something.
It's yes, and also it's beyond that. Like for example, just really these days I've been made even more aware that we think our head knows a whole lot. It's not true. So the more we create uh, with the assistance of intellectual, with our head, but not dominated by that, we create something that's going to be really, how to say, like a portal, like a portal of all this incredible energy. And I think the world is at a time that we want to come out of our old paradigm
That's right.
and to really embrace the new, and that new, how to embrace it. And art is really this pathway.
Absolutely. I couldn't have said that better myself. That's a beautiful way to describe it. Um, Tell me what your process is usually, just going from idea to finished piece.
Yes, so that's a lovely question because that's the process I really enjoy. So my idea is normally, it's always a feeling from my heart that I feel drawn to create this, to paint this person, or to paint this animal. So for me, creating art is not an external pursuit because I've learned that from my own doctoral research. There are certain ways when you engage art that's going to really bring beneficial impact that nourish your well-being. And that way is to engage art as a way to validate authenticity. So for me, I see that authenticity is most important. And when I meet someone who I feel, oh, this person is so authentic, and he really shines so much light and spreads so much love, and I want to honor that and help spread that light even more. So give you a example. I actually had a painting recently did done for my neighbor, and actually he is such a great guy, and whenever we're in trouble or need help, he'll always be there and with such generosity. So that generosity really connects with me. So I just feel like I want to paint him. And then that's the second thought coming in is, am I good enough to paint him? That's always my thinking.
The self doubt.
Yeah, the self-doubt. And I'm familiar with that. Now I know how to deal with that. And I will just embrace that thought and put it aside on the other chair. And let's go, let's do this.
That's a good way to do it. Just set you over there. I'm not listening to you anymore.
Yeah, I know. We're always holding fear and do it anyway.
Yeah.
So and from there, I would just continue to develop the idea. So, for example, this neighbor, he's such a gentle person, and I decided that to show off his gentleness, I asked him to hold a hand with him. Uh, and then we had this picture taken of him and holding hands. And that's my reference. I'll go back to my painting room and start to work on it. Yeah.
That's amazing.
It's actually in the brochure you have there.
Okay.
You can take a look so you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, so that's this gentleman right there.
Oh. I'll get a picture of this so you guys can see it a little better. Some of this gentleman with the hen.
Yeah.
So obviously that's one place you find your inspiration. Where else do you find inspiration?
Okay, so for me, it's probably something not strictly inspiration. So every day or whenever I'm ready to paint, because I take art as a way to nourish myself, and I actually ask myself what kind of energy I want to receive right now. So
that's a great way.
Yes, because what we experience is energy, and what experience is food for our energy. Just like when we eat, there's a healthy food, there's junk food. We can make a conscious choice to eat healthy or junk. So for me, whatever I want to do, I understand I'm taking in experience, I'm taking in energy. So for me to go into my studio and asking, okay, so how do I want to feel today? Maybe I want to feel lightness. Then I may paint a little duck. If I feel like I want to feel more aliveness, maybe I paint a lion. So yeah.
All right, that's a good way to explain it. Yeah, that makes sense. Does it evolve as you go at all? Like, do you get this vision in your mind and then get partway into it and it completely turns into something else? Does it evolve, or you just pretty stay where you started?
It's pretty stays where I started.
Yeah. So we're not gonna. Oh, well, now this doesn't look like a duck. It looks like a
Oh,
goose.
that. Oh, yeah, that happens a lot.
Does
too.
that happen?
Yeah,
Okay.
totally, especially with watercolor. And so that's actually a wonderful thing you mentioned, because for me, I always respect what happens on the paper. I always respond to it rather than trying to control it. So whatever happens is the right thing to happen. So.
Right. Nice. What does an artist mean to you? Being an artist mean to you?
That means that I live a life that express my heart openly.
Do you find that, I think there's been studies that just the art, just the what's the word I need? Just the act of creating anything, whether it be painting or drawing or pottery or anything, just the act of doing something, creating something, does something to our chemicals in our brains.
Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah,
totally.
And I know I'm always in a much better mood after I've sat on the porch and painted or crafted some way. Yeah.
I think the science is whenever you engage your body and feel, once your senses are kicked up, your head is going to stop thinking all that thoughts. That will become much more relaxed and much more peaceful, and we can go into this brain wave. That's actually from a beta wave where we think. Beta wave is where we think and fight and flee. But once we stop doing that and we start to touch things, start to make pictures, we actually go into different brain waves. And that's where all your restoration comes into. If you are just in the beta wave.
So you go from beta to what?
From beta, you go to alpha. Alpha is more like a meditative mode. From alpha, you go to theta. And theta is where you can see pictures in your head. And that's within your head, and that's visioning. and visualization. And that is very important because as creators, we're all creators of our own life. In the part of the greater creators game or plan. But we have our way, so that's having a vision where our life wants to go is critical. But if we're just here, better way, we can't have that greater vision. So we have to go down to theta. Then then deeper we go to delta. Delta wave is where your restoration happens. If you are not in the delta wave era, your body will not be able to kick start that restoration state.
Is delta when we're sleeping, or just before sleep?
No? Delta is in deep sleep, and also you don't have to sleep. You can be in a deep meditative state, like even creating art. You can be in delta wave.
No kidding.
Yeah,
I didn't realize that. And I know that each one of those wavelengths, or what are they called? The right wavelength. Is a different frequency, isn't it?
Yes.
So I'm really interested in about that.
Yeah.
I don't want to stay at one spot too long, but that is really fascinating to me. Are there different themes or messages that show up in your work?
I feel like a theme that's recurring is reverence for the spirit in everything, every being. And that especially becomes true after I had my own farm and I have raised many animals. And at the most, we had 50-ish animals.
Wow.
We have sheep, geese, chickens, ducks, bunnies, and cats and dogs, and all the wildlife that's living here. So because we have so much life coming through, and they also leave, so all that cycle is difficult. We like to embrace new life, but it's difficult to see them go. However, I had to live through that. But then it's just the greatest teaching is in understanding the whole cycle, and that helps me to become, deeply respect the spirit in every kind of beings, and that shows in my art.
Whether it's plant, animal, even you could find spirit in a rock that catches your eye. Or,
even a fly.
I don't, I'll have to work on that one. Fly or mosquito. I mean, I would try to respect and not kill anything, but I have swatted a fly, unfortunately.
And the plants too, they really teach me so much. Like I have the plants over there, they are blown down by the gust, but then they still try to do whatever weird shapes, to grow, to bloom, to have kids, have seeds. So it's just so inspiring.
I know one of my favorite photos is a tree that comes out of the ground and goes completely on a 90-degree angle. And the quote under it says perseverance. I get that. Keep growing no matter which way. Okay, you didn't expect to go this direction, but we're gonna make it work. Persevere. And there's beauty in everything creator makes. There's no mistakes. The patterns, the colors, they're so inspiring.
It's incredible.
Yes. What do you hope people feel when they see your art?
I feel they feel hopeful.
Good. That's a good one. Hope is important. Is there a piece that you've made that feels especially personal or meaningful to you?
Yes, everything's personal, but there are certain ones that are very personal and meaningful. And it's actually on this one, on the cover. And there's a reason I choose it on the cover. This one and the peacock are both very meaningful.
This is gorgeous.
Yeah, thank you. So, but I can tell you that...
I love all the colors.
Yeah, me too. I love colors.
Beautiful.
So, I'll tell you about this hummingbird.
The hummingbird?
So, this actually I painted the first late winter after I moved here. And my first winter was very difficult. because we lived in Florida.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, for 20 some years and come into the mountains and not used to it. And the house we had was not yet renovated because, we had to wait forever to get anyone. So we didn't expect that hardship. So it was very difficult. However, I still felt that I was making it. So that was the background. You see all the colors coming out. It's just
it almost looked like
mhm.
orbs or spheres or something.
Yeah,
like
I
it.
thank you. So I just feel there's still so much life in it. I'm still very hopeful.
Yeah.
So I splashed all that colors on the paper. Then I stopped because I didn't know what I'm going to paint next. So a few days later, as I'm still not sure what's happening, my pet bunny died suddenly.
Oh.
So she was the one that I brought from Florida to me with us here, and I love her so much.
It was that first winter. Was
yeah,
it
it was the
cold
first.
that got to her?
No, it just life happened.
Oh,
Life happens.
Life does happen.
Yeah, and she passed on very quickly, miserably, and I was really devastated. And then a few days later, in that deep grief, I wanted to paint. So, and I realized one thing, the very reason why I was so attached to this bunny, because in a way I felt I was just like her. She was a very shy bunny, a girl, and she was very easily scared. So, and even though we're like trying to get her to play and enjoy things, she was just being so afraid. But eventually she was better, but then she passed on. And that I felt like taught me a lesson that when we're so afraid of being alive, we are just really are not living. So I felt like that was a lesson she was teaching me. And then somehow I just felt moved to paint a hummingbird. So that was hummingbird you saw. And normally I might be like, oh, I can paint a hummingbird. But at that time, I just didn't care. I just wanted to paint a hummingbird. And then
this was the first hummingbird you painted?
Not the first,
okay.
But I rarely paint hummingbird. And then it was somehow I felt it was pecking on that color, the thing,
on that sphere.
Jewel.
Yeah, like a jewel. Okay,
jewel.
yeah.
So, and the story for me was she was actually picking on the nectar of life. So
I
as a
love that.
So that I feel is a spiritual meaning that let's live and sip, take in all the nectar of life.
Right.
So
oh, I love that.
The painting.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Mm.
Have any of the, I don't want to say local, but because you've only been here 5 years, but have there been people or places that inspire you also as far as coming up with ideas to paint?
This place is the most fundamental place that has transformed on my art.
Really?
Yes. Just because looking back, I realized I was really called here to experience a deep dive of life. And when you do deep dive, deep soul dive, you're going to experience things that's going to change you. It's going to break you first, then it's going to change you and heal you and renew you. So that was my journey in the past 5 years. It utterly changed me. And I'm very grateful for this.
Oh, that's a beautiful story. What role does connection to community play in your life? Do you tell us about your teaching and how you interact with the community?
Yes, community is essential to me. I don't know why. I'm being honest. I don't know why.
But it's for years of your life. You've been
yes,
surrounded by, centered around community.
That's right. I love intellectually. I don't know why, but I'm doing it. I feel like it's something the spirit put in my DNA for me to become a person who wants to grow communities. So whatever I do, I like to share with the community. I want people to come together and see each other as who they are. And I went to school for it. I did my PhD, my master program, my field work about it. And even today, if you ask me what are the three things, if I could only contribute three things to the world, I would say one of them is community.
Which I think is wonderful because, when we were kids growing up, we knew everyone in the neighborhood. The parents all knew each other. All the kids knew each other. We all played together. We had street parties and backyard barbecues, and it was always a community gathering.
Yeah.
And now I know 3 of my neighbors' names out of 10. So I feel like I've got to make an effort to meet everybody. But I think that it's important that we keep bringing community together because that's your tribe. That's who, if things go bad or any kind of the grid goes down or whatever, we can depend on each other.
Exactly.
And not just depend on each other, but also grow and love and learn all with more of your community. So I really love that fact that you're so tied to it. Are there any community projects that you're doing now here?
Not like particular community project because right now I am pretty much all in my art. Like the past 5 years, I was going through my training in farming, and this year I graduated from that farm school.
Good.
Elementary.
That's nice.
Yeah, so with all that just rich, deep learning, I'm putting it in my art. So right now I'm doing art, and whenever I can, even with my teaching, I always help people to get to know each other. Instead of just, oh, you do your thing and you paint your thing, but we talk, we share, we encourage each other. So that's community building in a micro way.
Absolutely. And so your classes, where do you teach them? Here on the farm?
Yeah, I have classes on the farm, and I also teach in places in Hayesville, in Murphy, Blissville, and also online. So.
Where can they find you? Where can people contact you?
They can come to Facebook. I'm active on Facebook. Just type my name. I'm there, and also come to my website, and have a YouTube channel.
And the website is starrydreamsart.com, and then YouTube is Starry Dreams Art.
Yes.
Again. And then Facebook is Qinghong Wei.
Yep.
Did I say it right?
Yes.
Yay.
Good.
All right, let's move a little further into our question and answer session. I do guys hope you hang around because she's going to paint for us here in a little bit. So stick around. How do you hope your work is remembered?
Oh wow, that's a profound question. I didn't even think of that to be remembered. Okay. A painting, or the paintings that exude light.
Exactly. Exude light. I love that. Yeah, you can see in some of these in her, this is a pamphlet, that they all, I'll take a picture of this so you can see it a little better. But you see so much color in every single one. I just love it. Absolutely love it. What do you think makes Clay County so special for artists? We have got a big number of artists in this area.
Yeah. I feel it's nature, it's natural beauty just splendid. And also, there are so many art lovers here. So if you want to teach, you will be able to have people want to study with you. So that's great. And also, it's not easy. I feel mountain life is very challenging. Like we have all this, storms and things can get really hard. That's where, as an artist, you can train your spiritual muscles. And yeah, so that's really wonderful.
Can you tell us what you're working on right now?
Right now, I'm working on a show that's coming up. So I'm very honored that I will be the featured artist in September in Union County Library. So they are featuring one artist a month. So I'm going to have a solo art show in the library.
Like a
in Union
mini
County.
gallery?
Yes, it's going to a mini gallery. Yeah.
I love it. What's the date for the whole month of September?
Yes,
It'll
for
be
the
there.
whole month of September.
Will you be making an appearance to speak with people at any certain point in there?
Yes, actually, I'm going to teach a free art class. It's on September 3rd at 2 p.m. So everybody's welcome. I'm going to teach you how to draw and sketch in pencil.
For free. Okay. Union County, you said?
Yes.
Where is that?
Blairsville?
Blairsville?
Yes. Library.
Union County Library.
Yes.
September 3rd. Is there a time?
At 2 p.m.
2. I couldn't remember what you said.
Yeah.
So that is my next question was upcoming projects or exhibits. And is there an upcoming class on the farm coming up that people can sign up for? Or how does that work? They just email you? Or?
Yes, so they can sign up on my emailing list on my website. So whenever I have a class, I'm going to send email to everyone.
Okay, that's a great way to reach out.
Yeah, so I normally have one local class every month.
Once a month?
Yeah,
Oh,
normally.
Wonderful. What keeps you motivated to keep creating?
Oh, I'm always motivated to create. You are living a life, you're creating a life. So art for me is just an essential part of life I live.
So it's like on a daily, yeah.
Yeah.
How would you like viewers to describe your work after seeing this video? How would you hope that they would?
Oh, honestly, I would hope that after they see it, they would feel like, oh, I can do that. Because that's my main goal when I teach. I want people to not be intimidated by making art, be willing to make a mess, look bad, get messy and fail big time.
Yeah.
And then, oh, we can survive that, and life is still good and even more fun when we do that.
Let's do it again, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Do you have any advice for people that are thinking that they'd like to be an artist? Like, how would they start, or where could they look for inspiration or help?
Yeah, so I think for me, my growth really comes to two things. One is learning, the other is certainly keep going. I think we know we need to practice, but I think beyond practice, what's really important is learning. Because only when we're learning from people who have traveled further, then we can see further. If we just practice, not studying with anyone else, we're still confined pretty much in our own knowing. So,
kind of like having blinders on,
Yeah.
So when you go learn from others that have gone farther down the artistic pathway, you can maybe pick up tips and tricks or ideas.
Yeah, and also it's actually fundamentally everything is an energy. So when you are being with a great master, her energy will transmit into you. So the money you paid, it's not just learning all the technique, but you're receiving energy. So I really want to encourage people to invest in your art, in learning, and don't think, oh, there's nothing serious. But it can just make you feel so much better in life. So
yeah, and try not to be critical to yourself, and put down those negative thoughts that come through. Is there anything that we haven't touched on today you'd like to talk about?
Just a little bit, because that's going to lead us to our demonstration. I want to talk about intuition. So these days, I just realize more and more how much is intuition is important in our art making. So I want to show you actually one way how I can create from intuition rather than my head.
Okay, we're looking forward to that, right? So if you'll just stick around for a moment, we're going to go ahead and swap the cameras around and you'll be able to watch Qinghong paint for us. So stand by.
All right. So I'm going to show you how I am going to engage more of intuition. So here is a bouquet that I want to paint. But to be honest with you, this looks so complex. This looks dangerously hard to paint. But I don't want this to stop me. So what do? Actually, I have a secret weapon and a way to get out of my fear and my thinking mind, but really learn and lean into this unknown. So actually, instead of painting with my dominant hand, which is my right hand, I'm going to paint with my left hand. You know, there are two reasons I'm doing this. Because first is our left hand is actually connected more with our heart, and it channels more of that intuition. And our right hand knows so much about intellect. So I'm going to use my left hand for that reason. And the second reason I'm doing this is because I'm using my non-dominant hand and I know it can do good. So because it can do good, I feel I have no pressure to come up with a good painting. I can just explore. And it's really, no matter where you are in your painting journey, to be open and willing to explore rather than being confined by trying to make something good is where you can grow. So I want to use my left hand to feel into this bouquet and see what I can learn out of it. Okay, this may not be a good painting, but it's going to be a good learning experience. So I'm having my brush in my left hand. I'm going to first take a breath. And start to let my left hand feel into this bouquet. And I feel like my left hand is telling me to start with a wash of yellowish water. My cat. It's okay. So I'm going to just, come up with this big shape. I feel like my left hand wanted to see the wholeness. He is actually painting all this entire shape rather than each little flowers with all this. And it feels like it doesn't even care if the bottle or the vase is a separate thing. It wants to go together. So that's really cool. So I'm keep going. So now I'm taking off some pigment and start to drop in some flower color. So because I am using my left hand, it really cannot make any concise shape. So I'm actually feeling more of the freedom. And I'm actually having fun. So that's really what's important, is to have fun in life. So it doesn't become a chore. Whenever it becomes a chore, it's going to kill the joy and the creativity. So see, as I'm talking, my hand still paints. And it starts to use all this fun dry brush technique. I wasn't really giving it any direction. It's just doing it by itself. It's pretty amazing how much my left hand knows. So I'm changing color. I really like my left hand really likes that deep purple color. It's going to, it can't wait to drop that in. Okay, let's do that. And normally I have a hard time painting dark colors, but my left hand doesn't seem to have that problem at all. Okay, let's keep going. So my left hand feels like it needs some foliage. And let's just drop in some foliage. And as I'm painting this, I hope you would feel, oh, look at that messiness. I can do that too, right? And that's really what I want you to go home with is it's okay to be messy. And it's more important that your experience this creative fun. Even I'm on camera, I'm actually still having fun, which is terrific. Because that's good for my health. All right. Let's see what else my right hand wants to do. And as I'm painting with my right hand, actually, my thinking brain is actually taking note. Oh, this is fun. And see all that darkness and light in the middle she's having here. It's actually starting to bring a painting out. Even though it looks messy, but it feels like impressionist. A little bit more orange.
I am amazed. I can't believe it already looks so good.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm actually loving this too because normally I'm not an abstract painter. I don't know how to do that. But now here, it's quite abstract. And
yeah, but you can see what it is.
Yeah.
You can see exactly what it is.
Oh, I'm so glad to hear. I'm just, especially if you are further away, you will see this left hand is painting big picture. As I'm learning. So this left hand feeling like it wants to create more of unexpected life. Maybe that's too much, maybe it's not, but left hand wants more flow. So we're adding water to give it more flow. And now the left hand feel like, let's get some, just a little bit definition to carve out some of that shape here and there. It doesn't have to be everywhere. And I feel like my right hand saying, I can do that better. All right. Honestly, right now, I'm loving this. This is a messy painting, but there's so much energy that is so rare if you get it. Yeah, you really can't get it with just your thinking mind. And I feel like I'm coming to a close point that I can complete. I'm adding a little bit blue. I see that blue there, so pretty. I'm just going to drop this a little bit more here. And a little bit yellow. And a little bit yellow here. I think I can call it a painting. Ta-da!
Beautiful.
So that's how I want to show you. I love testing. You can still feel what this is, the flowers and leaves. Yeah. And I love the energy. That's all it is for me, the energy. So it's just happy energy. Thank you.
Yes.
So that's what I want to show you. I want you to be able to see, oh, I can do this. And it's so fun. It's messy but fun. And you
Oh, and
seem to
coming
have
in
the
close,
time.
I see that you don't have the like very definitive lines, but it's still, you can tell it's a
Yes.
bouquet.
Yes.
Oh, very cool. All right, now I've got to get some watercolor paint.
Yeah, you should. And then sometimes I would paint with both hands at different stages. It's
Right?
so fun. Yeah. All right. Okay. I hope
Oh,
you
that's
enjoyed it.
amazing. I love it.
Aw,
Absolutely.
thank you.
Thank you. This has been so fun.
That's great. Thank you for this interview. I really enjoyed it.
You're welcome. You're more than welcome.
And the flowers are for you.
They are?
Yes.
The painting? Oh, the
well, whichever you want
bouquet.
to. If you
Oh,
want to have the painting, but the bouquet is for you too.
that's gorgeous. Thank you.
you're
That's
so
very
welcome.
thoughtful. All right, so I really hope you guys enjoyed as much as I did watching Qinghong with her intuitive painting process. That's something I'm going to try at my house. So I'd really like to thank you guys for joining us again for another episode of Clay County Historical and Arts Council's Artist Spotlight Series. And I want to thank you, Qinghong, for having us today and showing us your beautiful farm.
Well, thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it.
We hope you enjoyed discovering the stories behind the art and the artists who enrich our community. If you'd like to be featured in one of our Artist Spotlight series or one-on-one with Clay County History series, please reach out by email to Tess Thomas, CCHAC, Hayesville at Outlook.com. Don't forget, we're still taking votes on our new video series name. We hope you will help us with that. And I think some of the ideas, options would be welcome to Clay County. You're not from here, are you? Or what was a couple of the other ones? Planting roots in Clay County. So come up with your own idea or pick one that's already on the website. Go and find the Facebook post. It's pinned to the top of our page and vote for us before the end of August. And we'll make an announcement probably the 1st of September on what that is going to be called. It's going to be so similar to your experience where you were here for 5 years. You're not generationally from Clay County. It's going to be for that type of people because we've been 3 years on one-on-one with Clay County history, and we'd like to include the people that have moved to this area and made Clay County or Hayesville their home. So again, go vote for us on Facebook. If you'd like to learn more, you can visit our website at clayhistoryartsnc.org. You can also connect with us on Facebook, Instagram, X, and YouTube. This episode has been made possible by a grant from Granny's Attic Thrift Store here in Hayesville, North Carolina, and by a grassroots grant from the North Carolina Arts Council, which is a division of the Department of Natural and Cultural Resources, a state agency. So until next time, keep celebrating creativity and preserving history right here in Clay County. We'll see you next time. Bye.